Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Luna and welcome to Luna's bookshelf. The end of the year is getting closer and closer. It is in November. There are 2 months left in 2025 and then we're already going to the next year, which is insane to me. It just feels like yesterday that it's turned 2025. So this is really crazy. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys the books I want to read before the end of the year. I've got 6 books in the lineup that I'm going to talk to you guys about that I really hope to get to before 2025 is over. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of these books, but I really hope I do, and let's just this video be a motivation for me to hopefully finish these books. I would say let's get started and get to the books I want to read before the end of the year. So, first up is a book I also put it on my fault. Most of these books I actually put on my fall TBR, I think. But this book specifically, I've been wanting to read it. I started it, I've talked about it a couple of times on my channel by now, and I still haven't read it yet. But I really want to read it. You know, that's the thing. I really want to read this book. I'm really intrigued by it. I did start it once. I got pretty far in, but then I just stopped because I was reading the book in the wrong season, and that is none other than If We Were Villains by ML Rio. So this is more of a dark academia literary fiction book, historical fine. So I got to page 122 and then I stopped reading, but I really enjoyed it. So this is about a group of kids who are doing this theater display, and someone gets murdered, and after all these years, that was the person who was suspected to murder this kid gets free. And yeah, so he served. So I'm just going to read the back real quick. So Oliver Marks has just served 10 years for a murder he may or may not have committed. On the day of his release, he is greeted by the detective who put him in prison. Detective Colburn is retiring and he wants to know what really happened a decade before. As a young actor at an elite conservatory, Oliver noticed that his talented classmates seemed to play the same characters on stage and off: villain, hero, temptress. Though he was always a supporting role. But when the teachers change the casting, a good natural rivalry turns ugly, and the play spilled dangerously over into real life. When tragedy strikes, one of the 7 friends is found dead. The rest face their greatest acting challenge yet, convincing the police and themselves that they are blameless. So it's a murder mystery: who did it, and there was some guy who was put in jail, but did he really do it? So yeah, it is kind of, some people like, I think, compare it with the series history, but this one is a little bit more easier to read. So yeah, but I hopefully will get to this book. I will definitely start it over because I read it like almost 3 years ago, I think. So it's been a while. And then these 2 books kind of belong together because I will definitely read both of these. I think I'm going to start this week or next week, but I will definitely be reading these books. It's also going to be a whole reading vlog. And that is Bride by Ellie Hazelwood and Made by Ellie Hazelwood. So, as you may know, Ellie Hazelwood is my favorite author, one of my favorite artists alongside Emily Henry. And Made came out this year and I really loved Bride. But I wanted to do like a reread of Bride and then go into Made. But I wanted to also do a reading vlog for it, but I just haven't gotten to it because I'm reading the Harry Potter series and that's also taking a lot of my time, and I'm also still a student. So yeah, but I really hope to get to these. I think I will because I'm planning to like, or maybe start it this week or maybe next week, and I will be obviously be reading Bride first. So both of these books are like more paranormal romances. So in Bride you follow a vampire and a werewolf, and in Maid you also follow a werewolf, but I can't spoil too much about this book because then you would know some things about this book. So yeah, but highly recommend reading Bride. I really, really love it. So yeah, Bride and Maid by Ellie Hazelwood. I think this book I've put on my list 3 monthly devours and still haven't come to it. I started, then I stopped reading it because I wanted to read a physical book. I've had the physical book and I still haven't read it. And that is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I got this beautiful special edition at the library because I did like request it at the library, and I read Firefly Flame by Kristen Hanna and I really loved her writing in that book. So I really wanted to make me read The Nightingale because this is a little bit more out of my comfort zone because it is a historical fiction. It follows two sisters in the Second World War, and it's about Vivienne and Isabella. So they're sisters and they were separated for a very long time, and now they get back together, they meet again. And I've just heard nothing but great things about this book, so that makes me want to dive in and see why everyone loves this book so much. And also because it's a little more out of my comfort zone, and that's what I wanted to do also this year. One of my reading goals was to try books that are more out of my comfort zone, and this book would be perfect for that because I've never read like a lot of historical romances because it's not really my vibe. I don't read it. I'm just a little bit more hesitant in reading it because I don't think I would understand all of it. So yeah, but I hopefully will be reading this book. But I think I will because, I mean, it's also just such a pretty book. It's so pretty. Also, without the disc jacket, I'm going to show you. It's just a blue cover, right? But still so pretty. So yeah, I will definitely be reading it without this jacket because I can read a hardcover if it has a disc jacket. Let me know, do you prefer paperbacks or hardcovers? I prefer to read paperbacks, but I love to have like hardcovers in my collection because they're most of the time so beautiful, like this one. The fifth book that I really hope to read before the end of the year is The Ashes and the Star-Kissed King by Carissa Broadbent. So this is the second book in the Nightborn series. I read um, the Serpent and the King. I read The Serpent and the Wings of the Night. I think I read that last year or maybe this year. I don't know. But I got this book this year and I still haven't read it, but I really want to read it because I really enjoyed the first book. I don't know a lot. I remember, I think the most that I have to remember of the book, the first book. So I really want to get into this book. It's the thing is what is like more like putting me off from reading it is thickness of this book. This is a pretty thick book. But it's with vampires. I mean, I love myself a good vampire kind of book. I'm rewatching the Vampire Diaries for the like 100th time already, I think, and I love it. I just love it so much. So I so want to get to this book, and I hope I can. So it would be very nice. And then this book is a book I got this year in the summertime. I got it at this really beautiful bookstore in Porto, and I've been seeing a lot about this author, but never got a book by this author. And then I saw this book at the bookstore, and they didn't really have a lot of options, but this book caught my eye, and that is The Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. So you may know her from The Atlas Six. That's one of her more known novels. But this one really interested me when I read the back. So it's about this family, and the dad died, and he has 4 children, I think. 3 children? No, 3. Oh my god, there are 3 people in the front. So he has 3 children, and the thing is, who is he going to leave his will to? And that's what this book's all about. And I'm very intrigued about it. I've never read anything by this author, by Olivia Blake, but I've heard so many great things about her writing and also good things about this book. So, I mean, I am intrigued. So, kind of mystery, but also like with the family drama. It just seems so fun. So, I really want to get to this book as well. So, that are all the books I want to read before the end of the year. I mean, it's November, it's beginning of November, it's the 5th of November, so I got time. And I think it it is doable, you know. It are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. I mean, I should be able to read 6 books before the end of the year. It's more like I'm a mood reader more, so it really depends on my mood if I'm in the mood for one of these books. So yeah, let me know in the comments what books you hope to read before the end of the year. And if you liked this video, like and maybe subscribe so you can watch more videos of mine. I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!